A very quick project for you today. We're going to be using Durston's brand new, just released Olivia C130 rolling mill. My name is Andrew Berry and welcome to At the Benches YouTube channel. Well, you may have seen the build up to the release of the last few days of Durston's brand new, revolutionary, patent pending rolling mill, the Olivia C130. Now, we were lucky to have one of these models a couple of weeks before it was released, and we put together a few teasers each day leading up to the release of the rolling mill. And we did a live revealing the rolling mill with streamers and fireworks, that sort of thing. I'll put all the links in the description down below. But I think it's time that we actually do a little project using the rolling mill and showing just how easy it is to use. Now, it's revolutionary because instead of having the handle on the side of the mill, there's a wheel on the front. This is, I think, is absolutely a game changer for rolling mills when it comes to jewelers and users who do have limited mobility. It's very, very easy to pass metal through the mill. The gearbox is an amazing 50-to-1, albeit you do have to turn the handle quite a few times to get the metal through. It is so easy to do. It's absolutely unbelievable. So we're just going to put through a piece of silver. We're going to make a very, very simple torque bangle. It should take no more than 10, 15, 20 minutes maximum, just to show you how easy it is. Now, usually if you have a direct drive rolling mill, putting through a texture plate and a piece of silver is pretty hard because that handle is attached directly to the roller, and it's going to take an awful lot of effort and force to take it through right first time. The majority of rolling mills that Durston do produce do have a gearbox, and whilst I love the gearbox, it's silky smooth. It's around about a 5-to-1, which means you've got to turn the handle 5 times for one revolution. So even putting through something like the texture plates with the silver still takes a little bit of effort, quite a bit of force really. But now with the handle on the front, 50-to-1 gearbox, doing this type of work with the rolling mill is an absolute cinch. So we've got in front of us a piece of paper, a texture plate, a piece of, I think that is 2mm closed cell foam, and my piece of silver. At the moment, this silver is the length of the texture plate. I am expecting the silver to roll just that little bit longer because of the compression and the rolling effect. So it may end up slightly longer than the plate itself, but that's no problem because I'm going to be shaping the ends and rounding the ends off once it has been rolled through. So let's take you over to the mill, show you the mill, show you what it's all about, and let's show you how easy it is to put a gorgeous pattern onto this piece of silver. So here is the mill. It's quite a beast, it's quite a large size. This little section here, the main rolling mill side, is pretty much the same as the DRM 130s. It's the same framework. This is the combination. We've got the flats, the V grooves here, and on this side we have the extension rolls as well. You can get it in all flat, or this would be completely flat here with no wire grooves. The amazing thing about this is the handle. Look. How gorgeous is that? So what we're going to do, we've got our piece of silver. I'm just going to remove the protective blue paper off that to start off with. Like that there. Now, this texture plate has a very gorgeous flower pattern on it. This is a texture plate from Oregon Trail Silver. Let's take that off a bit more there. There we go. And We can choose where we want this particular texture. There's a lovely flower design running right through the center. My paper hasn't come off, there we go. And I'm just going to put my bit of silver down on the plate where I want that to be. Right there, right through the middle like that. Super, just like that there. Now, we open up the rolls, we put the texture plate and the silver in place, okay? That's in place there. We turn the handle down until the rollers come into contact with the silver and the texture plate. We look at the dial, see where that comes to, and that's pretty much to the 9. Open the rolls, take the plate and the silver back out, and bring the handle back to the position that it was just in when these were both in contact. I should say now we get the silver and just position that where we want it, from there to there, like that, there. Obviously it's going to move, so accuracy is really not going to be that spot on, but we got this gorgeous flower pattern. We've got our piece of 2mm closed cell foam. Let's turn that over that way. That will make life a little bit on the easier side. There and on there, just like that there. We put our closed cell on top of our piece of silver. And then we get a piece of paper. Now this keeps it all together, and also it stops the rolls slipping on the steel as well. A lot of people will just simply put the silver through with the texture plate straight the way through, but the trick is getting the amount of pressure pushing down onto the silver, because you only have one go with this. We put the folded piece of paper over the lot there, and that now is our little sandwich that we can put through. We've brought this back round, we can put this into place here, and now all we've got to do is just push that through until it stops. Now we turn the handle, okay? It is nice and easy. You do have a little bit of resistance when it starts to take the metal through, but it's so easy to go through. It's so easy. Let's turn the handle. We've got that little bit of resistance just starting, but as you can see, I am now going through so easy with this. And this is completely effortless, as you can see, completely effortless. Comes through to the other side, out it comes. There we go. As you can see, the inertia carries on. We'll open this up, and you can see a beautiful, beautiful flower pattern just being pushed into that silver really completely effortlessly, I have to admit. Let's just go back to our bench, and all we're simply going to do is round the ends and just tap this round. We need it slightly springy. I'm not going to worry too much about annealing it. The silver is nicely polished, it's got a nice finish onto it. Just round the ends, polish the edges, and then we can just simply tap it round, and literally the bangle is ready. All right, so we've got the bangle looking really smart. Now what I want to do is just around the end. You can see how the metal sort of stretched around about 5-6 millimeters on the end. But all I'm going to do is just cut off that one end. I'm going to cut that off straight. Like that. And now all I'm simply going to do is just get a file and just simply just round the ends. I'm not looking for a perfect semicircle. Just going to round off the ends, make it a bit smoother, and then we can just clean up the edges with a bit of emery paper, and then we can actually just tap it round. So just, and obviously if you've got more time, you could do a nice semicircle on the end of the bangle. but we're just looking at something, just rounding it off. So there are no sharp edges basically. Like that. And this side. A buff stick just now to go over slightly rounded edges. Cool, that's looking fabulous. Now what we can do is simply get a Bangle mandrel. If you've got one of the Durston's Bangle forming die sets, even better, you can use that. But we can simply put our Bangle upon here, and in fact I'm just going to bend it round with my fingers. I'm going to start right onto the end and I'm just going to bend it round quite close. This is an oval Bangle mandrel, so I can just get the ends nice and close initially. Do it quite evenly on both sides, coming around. See how they go. Let's make that a little bit on the bigger side, like that there, and that there, like that. Now we can take it down the mandrel and we can just carry on bending it around literally with our hands. So this is the reason why I didn't want to anneal it straight after we textured it, because the problems that you're going to get, the metal is going to be a little bit too flexible. By putting it upon the mandrel, we're getting that a nice curve upon that. That's looking good, a nice shape upon that. Open that out a fraction. Make sure it's lying flat. Yes, it is. Super. Now what we can do is get a flex shaft, or if you've got a large polishing motor, you can get a mop and you can go over the outside edge. Okay. The inside here, as you can see, there's nothing wrong with the inside. The pattern is just coming through a little bit. If you want to get perhaps like a nice satin mop, one of these little, almost like a Scotch Brite wheel like that to go on the inside to give that a little bit of a matte finish. Yep, you could do that, no worries at all. But with this, we're just simply going to go over the ends. Like that. And literally then just go over the outside edges, just to make it that little bit shiny. And then do the other side. Obviously this piece of metal was sheared, so it had nice clean crisp edges. If you've sawn this piece, well then yes, you're going to have to go over the edges a little bit more so. But as this piece was sheared, tell you what, let's just quickly get a nice soft mop and go over the front as well. Should we give that a little bit of a shine with a bit of rouge? There we go. And because we had the protective wrapping on the silver, up until the point when we actually needed to take it off. It's kept the surface lovely and clean. The pattern is gorgeous and lovely and pronounced on the bangle. And there are lots more things you could do with this bangle. As I said, if you had the bangle forming die set, you can make it concave, anti-plastic. If you had the brand new one with the Synclastic dies, you can make it curved. We could solder this bangle, if it was slightly longer, into a complete circle, and we could always have a nice fully textured bangle. But literally, how long has this film taken? No steps have been jumped. What you see is what you get, and that is a beautiful, simple, textured bangle, literally in no time at all. Buy the silver ready cut from the bullion dealer. You don't have to do anything at all with it. I think it's about 175. I cut off about 5-7 millimeters. So if you had a bangle that was about 165 millimeters in length, you wouldn't have to cut anything off it. All you have to do is just round the ends, and that for me is a beautiful, simple, gorgeous bangle. And you can put it on this way, or you could turn it around this way and wear it this way around. Really simple, really effective. So easy, completely effortless, using the brand new Olivia 130 roller mill from Durston Tools. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed already, please do subscribe by here. There we go. And don't forget, smash the little bell icon on the end there to be notified when films go live on our YouTube channel. Don't forget, please give this film a thumbs up if you like it, and please do share it with your friends. So there we go. I'm off to make a few more of these now. I think they're going to be really, really popular, because that, for me, is a gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful bangle. All the links to all the products we've used are down below, and also to the little playlist we did and our live when we revealed the Olivia 130 rolling mill from Durston Tools. But in the meantime, my name is Andrew Berry for At the Benches YouTube channel. Take care, see you next time. Bye bye.